PL illusions. I'm just not sure if the Omni is answered, but I guess GAIMIN feels like maybe
destroy DK just as much. But nice pressure here from Celery onto Techies.
Now, here's the other thing though. A lot of these, I want to see if there's a different Omni build. We've only been seeing really the Echo Saber into Harpoon, single target, just burst. But Miero, I feel like his hero pool, or the way that he builds his heroes, as Save is going to get gone on here. Looks like that's going to be first blood for Dyrachyo. Perfect hero to get it on for GAIMIN Gladiators.
Ensure his lane here. And with the, you obviously don't know this at the time you pick it, but the tempo that GAIMIN are able to put with their heroes is definitely something PL does not want to face. He wants these slow, dragged out games. This could be big if he can find something, but...
Oh, the shackle into the power shot, Tofu. Gonna have to use his win run to get away. Ace sticking around a little bit. See if it costs him. Gets off the spear onto Toronto Tokyo. Spirit lands from Nightfall. Out of mana now, though.
Meantime, Save.
Yeah, Save will drop in the bot to Dyrachyo.
In terms of bringing in the Omni as well.
Yep, I thought this would be the one lane BETBOOM would be doing really well in, is the bot. I mean, Effie brought it up, the pure damage against the likes of TB with the initial. Okay, well, now that we bring it up,
this would be big.
They're going to go for him. Under the tier 1 tower, they will get the kill, but Dyrachyo.
What conditions make for a really good Omni game nowadays? And I feel like the teams do as well. Like, we've seen it picked in a couple of games, and it's been very mixed how the impact is. Nice damage here onto Nightfall.
Trying to force Nightfall into the arms of Celery. Nice dodge with that doppelganger. Nightfall will go to the south. As Ace won't be able to catch up. Toronto Tokyo making his way over there though, as the poison touch from Quinn is there.
Oh boy, he's
slows
dead.
Continue to stack. Doesn't have doppelganger for 8 seconds, so magic missile into spear. Very casual kill.
Nice rundown.
Casual rundown.
Most of it with dragon form as well as the 10-minute siege creep.
And Save. He'll have the blast off just to get away here.
Gotta fly away there. When all said and done, you know, okay for BETBOOM, I guess.
Ooh. First arena of the game. Not initially successful. Toronto Tokyo able to leap away. Gonna throw an arrow, which Ace will spot, so the chase continues. Has spear again. Needs to find the angle, though.
I think it's just gonna crash.
He is faster.
Rebuke and then...
And eventually, Toronto Tokyo will fall.
I think it's nice to see more heroes being able to purchase Conda. It's kind of felt like it became a one-hero item for a bit.
Yep, GPK gets the opener onto Celery. Swap to give some damage mitigation, but he dies anyway as the arena comes out from Ace. He waits a while so that Quinn can catch up, and that's the more valuable kill onto GPK.
Oh,
Quinn gets credit for it. As the rest of BETBOOM change.
I guess so.
And you have Grave to stay alive as Arrow is going to connect. As they get the blast off as well, double mines, but a nice swap from Celery to keep Ace alive. And there comes the big arena into the huge rebuke. Ace is going to get graved, has a Radiance online. Still getting quite low though, as Miero will chase Tofu instead of Ace. Interesting choice.
Wow, GAIMIN got 0 kills there.
They get, yep, against Poison Touch.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
I don't know, maybe you just have to get Manta.
We have another attempt at initiation into the swap, though Celery keeping Ace alive again. BETBOOM now on the run, at least for now. The Moonlight Shadow is there as GPK uses his ult. Spear is not going to connect. Actually, the repel is placed upon him, and Dyrachyo rethinking things. Still in that melee form as Nightfall inside the arena now. Going to try to do as much damage as he can, but it looks like GAIMIN are the ones on the run as Ace left to his own devices. Quinn, no Grave available now. So they lose 2 and now on the retreat. Dyrachyo, now he has his meta, but tries to hide in a corner. Gets off the Sunder. There's the Grave to follow. Poison Touch as well. Nightfall has the doppelganger away, and the TP is fine. As alright, save does end up falling to Quinn. Mid-spear, so he was flying from the spear, but it repels before it hits the tree.
Yeah, he didn't get stunned.
So that was a big part of that fight as well. Save. See the Moonlight Shadow. BETBOOM want to aggress. Ace again. They initiate on into the arrow. Swap is ready for Celery. Will use it into the magic missile. And again, GAIMIN gonna back away as Quinn gets slowed down by the sticky bomb. Do they have a stun? Indeed they do. Blast off into the Dragon Tail. down goes the mid for GAIMIN. As Tofu is going to take an arrow to the back of the head. Gets the win run off, but only delays the inevitable. So BETBOOM again coming out on top of these fights. They're not malicious wrap as Miero. Smoke will pop. GPK goes in really deep. Quinn already gets on the BKB, but instantly Celery dies. Inside the Mars arena is just the techies for now. Ace pops the BKB, so he's not disarmed any longer, so it's a support for support. But the BKB is already expended for GAIMIN. Celery buys back, as Nightfall now has Heart, so going to be super difficult to kill, but the meta now running out.
Actually got a base tower. That's not too bad. I wasn't sure they were going to get this, but BETBOOM's...
As the mines.
This would actually be a really nice time for GAIMIN Gladiators if they had a banner. Then they could force someone to TP back to base.
Well, they'll have one soon, potentially. I mean, this is where having a hero that can split push and get back to you real quick would be so invaluable.
Yeah, if they had like Kunko or
Smoke
Emperor.
again. All right. It's going to be popped. Dyrachyo with the reflection. Doppelganger immediately from Nightfall. Arena comes out from Ace just onto Nightfall for now. Quinn prematurely popping that BKB. Spear connects onto Nightfall, but the repel is there. He runs away safely. Now that the BKBs are dissipating, the arrow goes in, trying to delete Celery. He's going to get Grave, though, but Dyrachyo is the one that's taken out. Ace is next. So 2 core kills for BETBOOM, and the rest of GAIMIN now on the retreat. They reserved the Grave for a support. Would they be able to crit? Daedalus?
Yeah.
And why haven't we seen that?
It should work.
Nightfall.
I think.
High ground attempt, minute and a half. I feel like we would have seen it. It's the Doppelganger to the low ground. Resetting. GPK gets off the stun onto the Windrunner. Arrow connects as well.
Oh,
Ace is the one taking the brunt of the damage, though. Tofu's already dead. He has to use his BKB in retreat. Nightfall. His illusions are getting killed readily.
Dyrachyo forcing a rotation back from at least one hero of BETBOOM here.
Yep, that is true. He is pushing, but it looks like the melee racks will eventually go down. As the Omni Knight still shadowing Nightfall. As Dyrachyo, he's actually going to get the full trade in top. He's going to BKB TP to prevent Toronto Tokyo from stopping him. So somehow GAIMIN get the trade. That is really good for them.
I guess.
Only 30 seconds on the Aegis. GPK. Oh, he's going to get sheep, but the stun is on Dazzle with the blast off as well. No save to come. And Ace looks to be next. Neither of which of these heroes have buyback. And now BETBOOM in the base, a swap to try to get him closer to the fountain, but GPK able to get out. Celery goes down to purely illusions. He does have his buyback, but now BETBOOM going for the tier 4s. Aegis is consumed. And there's the buyback from the techies, which will cause Celery to buy back instantly. You can see they have the stun. They have the damage. I didn't think they'd be able to get it, but Dyrachyo falls, buys back again. No meta for 50. Tier 4 tower number 1 dead, number 2 as well. Ancient fully exposed, and this is when GAIMIN has to fight. Nightfall is so hard to deal with. They need to get some offensive swap, but Celery super low, gets it off. But this is an illusion hero. Can definitely deal with this a bit. And they're going to find the stun action. They're going to find the damage again onto Dyrachyo inside his own fountain. And that should do it. Save will die back for effect, but it's a full team wipe as BETBOOM's going to take game number 1.
Damn. A lot harder for GAIMIN than I thought it was going to be. They just ran out of steam seemingly.
Heroes in the mid game is they just disengage their entire team on these like key picks.
Just show with the camera movement which hero we're missing. Draw the words on screen with your mouse.
We'll figure this out.
All right, the hero is shaking. Earthshaker is the newest hero. Oh, that's Dyrachyo dead. It was a matter of time. This lane, honestly, I don't think this is a good game if Quinn wasn't crushing mid. Like, you're still 1,000 behind despite Quinn being up 1k in mid lane.
Yeah.
And this is with 2 kills only on the side of BETBOOM, so really...
Oh, boy. All right.
If I'm GAIMIN, I'm looking for Quinn to bail me out of this game.
Yeah, this
for a while.
rotation has to result in something. Toronto Tokyo will be the something, it seems. Puts down the Tombstone, which will provide some farm for Quinn.
A little extra.
Start kind of grouping up with 2 items.
Yeah.
It's not a 4 or 5 slot requirement. And for AM, it's still the exact same AM, right? Like you
Pretty
need,
much.
You need 3 items, pretty much. As Dyrachyo inside the Mars arena gets bursted, TP's in, Tofu, Celery, and Quinn come in. They want to focus on Miero because Tofu should be able to finish off save on his lonesome. Rocket Barrage will be there, and they do get Miero, so it is a trade.
Ever.
God,
Good old 4 protect 1.
that was so bad.
Harry's farm, everyone else
It
fight.
wasn't a brief moment either. It was such a long period. As
That was a good decade.
Miero is the one getting ganked. Hoofstomp gonna cancel the Lotus. As the call down is there, Dyrachyo cleans him up with the Mana Void. Dyrachyo will connect again. Actually, just going back to farm.
Nice strike from
They
GAIMIN.
get the Toronto-Tokyo kill nonetheless, 2 for nothing.
I guess maybe slightly unexpected for BETBOOM that they were going to connect to Antimage's lane while they're being pushed mid.
Ooh.
But this invasion is massive.
Oh my.
Oh, the dream for CM. Oh, get
Save.
CM all the CS.
Alright, gets the Impale on 2. It might cost him his life though. Ace gets off the Hoofstomp and Double Edge because he does have Blink.
Start, I would say this is recovery. He has recovered. And now he's starting
Quinn
to build the usual
gonna
aim.
go high ground, will be spotted. No connection with the spear though, fully. Has the BKB. Try to force it out as he gets the finger on top of him, and there's the BKB now. Coil was expended as well, but Quinn just runs right through it. And they are demolishing BETBOOM every step of the way. Zombies are slowing down Quinn quite a bit. There's the arena and the coil. But you can see Quinn is actually surviving through this, surprisingly enough. He actually snaps it and still will survive. And this is all without the AM, as Nightfall very low on mana. Ace really thinking about going in here. He does, but misses the connection. Impale will greet him, and I think GAIMIN will back away.
Yeah, GAIMIN's just walking all over them. When that spear misses, now that Quinn has BKB, I think this type of fight that BETBOOM are trying to take now should have happened 5 to 10 minutes ago. Like now, it's too hard. The BKB is out. You saw Miero. He's trying for a blink spear because he knows he can't open with arena, and the spear doesn't connect on a tree or on the cliff, and then Quinn just turns and starts fighting them. He could probably win a 1v3 right now during his BKB. So.
Quinn now making his way to the bot section. Toronto-Tokyo's dead. And Quinn just continuing to rampage all over. Well, not a literal rampage, but the actual definition of it.
Really much here.
Not at all.
And yeah, he can.
Under attack.
It's like the what is it? The meme with the guy on the podium drinking champagne.
Yeah. As like the 4th place or whatever.
He's 6th on net
lower.
worth, and he's like, fucking one boy.
Miero out of mana.
Yeah, this is a pretty big solo kill. Nobody is getting involved
It's
here.
going to take a while. I don't know if the Mana Void's going to do enough now. It might, as the flags are placed,
Oh,
and
he's hitting it
Miero
for
takes
like-
a tumble.
For like 20 damage a swing, but absolutely obliterate them. They will smoke up toward their Medusa.
Tower is under attack.
GPK is 1-0-0 on puck in a 23-minute game. All right,
Dyrachyo's their target again.
I'll get
Quinn
him.
coming in.
This is
They
gonna
do
cost
get
them
the connection that
possibly.
they want. Nightfall getting brought back thanks to the Quinn shard, but is able to TP out.
Oh, if they all disengage from this, that is a very good outcome for them. Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Won't be
They
there.
actually all get out.
So a good as Spectre versus AM.
Yeah.
Every single game. And AM was stronger. Spectre was a lot worse back then, by the way, as were most heroes, as I had to hold that thought. Ace, spear to the tree. Seller trying to make his way over. Can they burst this Centaur down? No. Pops the Blade Mail, gets off the Stampede, Hoofstomp as well. Double Edge to take out save. It'll be very shortly. He'll be able to pick that up, but the coil comes in. And now Ace taking considerable amount of damage. Miero gets a nice spear with the Mars Arena. Ace still surviving. Right clicks from Nightfall, not enough.
Wait, they don't kill him
Ace
here.
is alive.
Oh my
Mana
God.
Void comes in, takes out Miero. Toronto-Tokyo will die as well. And after all that, Ace survives. Yeah.
At ruining things.
It's funny though because, I mean, I guess Bloodseeker can still be considered a counter, but not so
GPK.
much Kunkka these days. Dyrachyo is going to get coiled. GPK
That's not how.
pops the coil. All right, GPK out of mana. Mana Void
He
does a
have
lot of
blink.
damage, but doesn't matter. He still melts. So now that the AM is top 2 net worths, and after all of that, Toronto Tokyo dies on the footsteps of his base. Save, not invulnerable anymore with that shard. And now the high ground from GAIMIN. It's
Their lows like this are also just a bit disappointing. It just leaves you wanting more, you know? Like, even if they lose on fighting early in the game, you would have at least had this
They're
feeling.
going to try for it. Miero with the opener onto the CM inside. The Greaves is going to keep her alive, though, as Quinn now focusing on Nightfall. And Celery, he's still alive. Miero just trying to beat away at him, but doing no damage. And now Miero is the one to fall instead. Stone Gaze allows the Medusa to get away for the time being. GPK, mana voided to death. Double kill Duraccio. Toronto Tokyo will follow suit, and GGs are called.
I was gonna say it.
This is
like,
going to game 3. A very, very good performance from GAIMIN, and I want to say quite underwhelming
in
from
their off lane. Or I wouldn't say they got off to a great start. Right? Like the puck didn't do too well in mid, but it was okay. It was definitely playable. Like
Nightfall didn't die, by the way.
You Jewel as well?
Yes, you do.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, you do. You do.
This sounds like
I'm 100 I'm
I have to tell
100%
Odie
sure.
Pixel so he could try.
You would. 100%, right?
Yeah.
It reflects the duel.
It reflects the duel first,
With
so
the first
Antimates
one.
then duels, but then because you're Lotus, he duels a Lotus target, meaning you duel as well.
better. Aside from the top lane cannot go as well as last game. I think that's not really possible.
Duraccio has something to say about that, Cinderin.
Just kidding.
Getting chased, and that is first blood for Miero. Man, what a caster curse. Believe me, I make fun of Americans too.
Yep.
I am self-deprecating.
That is
after all.
true. That's
Like,
actually very
when
true.
you write the date, like let's say it's March 4th, right?
Yeah.
We do 3/4/ the actual
Yeah, that's
year.
really stupid.
Yeah, but I say March 4th. So it goes in the order as GPK. It's going to get stunned up. Quinn actually takes the illusion rune. GPK trying to get something out of this. Celery is taking good amount of damage, but GPK has to use most of his mana pool to try to get away. He's actually trying to re-aggress though onto Quinn. He gets off the illusory orb, jaunts to it. Tofu finds the kill on Toronto Tokyo. Now Quinn gets the coil. Level 6 is there. Down goes GPK. And it looks like save is next. Pops the fairy fire, but it's not to be. Double kill Quinn. Like, maybe you switch it up. You go a little bit defensive.
It's just tough because you can easily see the mindset of, well, if I buy Yules, what am I doing?
Yeah,
Like,
I
you know.
can understand it, yeah. As the initiation is here in the bot lane, they have the stun at the GPK, but he zips away. Duraccio coming in, Mana Void available. Save completely out of mana. Mana Void level 1, not doing that much as the coil is expended.
Whoa, that was close.
Yeah, GPK just on the outskirts of the AoE there.
In return, you open up an extended offlane pool of heroes that, in this meta where the offlane can dictate so much, I think that can be a true game winner.
And look at
Do
this,
something
the
like
steal
this.
of the Tormentor, but Quinn is here to try to steal it
Oh, he
himself.
got it.
Tofu will get the shard as a result. Nicely done from Quinn. And GPK already out of mana, uses the BKB, runs through coil. We'll use the last of it to try to get out. No stun this time. Good attempt on the Yules, but the BKB was still up. And now the Roar is going to find Ace. Mana Void coming in to stop the freezing field. Ace still technically alive. Axe is not going to do much as Miero now left all alone.
God, he's
He
so
does
strong,
get Celery in the end. He's at half HP now as Duraccio and company clean him up. So GAIMIN,
Huge for gaming.
very nice fight.
A really big improvement to the broadcast, I feel like.
Yep, I agree. I think the observers could get massage therapists as well.
Yeah.
There's the Rubik is going to be a lot tankier now for the rest of this game with that attribute shift as Nightfall basically gets a free tier 3. GAIMIN don't really defend that.
Sticking around.
Yeah, it feels like BETBOOM have been very 5-banny, if that's a word. Quinn was the initial target, but now they're going to have to force their way onto the Rubik, who's a lot tankier. Like we said, the swap keeps them alive. Tofu finally does die, along with the Venge, and now it's a 5 versus 3. There's a buyback onto Seller if he wants to use it. Backdoor protection is there, but not the greatest layering on the fortification.
This is what you want to see from your carry when he's
Oh, the instant silence and the roar. Goodbye, Quinn. And that is 50 seconds without the mid laner.
And they have all tier 2s taken, and this is a Beastmaster push with a fat morph. This is easily 2 lanes. I don't think there's any world where GAIMIN Gladiators...
It could be more.
This could be Megas, minute 25.
Wow.
That death on Quinn is absolutely debilitating. Anti-Mage is not ready yet. This is what you want to see from your carry when you give him 15 minutes of free farm. This is a payoff right here.
Yeah.
This is morphling stuff. AM, can you do this?
All right, GAIMIN are going to have to do something. Ace with the initiation. Stampede on top, but he's all alone still. There's literally no backup. Finally, Dyrachyo arrives, and he blinks away. But that does buy time for Quinn to respawn. But still, you've lost 2 sets of racks now.
BETBOOM want to end this right now. Maybe GAIMIN do too.
Yeah, it's possible after what just happened.
Maybe they've had enough as well. Like, whatever.
Oh.
GPK.
Drums are popped. Miero looking for a roar target. Quinn blinks out. Now AM has the Aghanim Scepter. Let's see how much work that does. They find him again. Burst down Quinn. 50 seconds. Roar was stolen, used on Nightfall, but he's perfectly healthy. And Dyrachyo has to be careful as Nightfall turns into Dyrachyo, in fact. Takes out the Vengeful Spirit. Dyrachyo finally blinks back to base.
I think the rate...
Now you're at such a major disadvantage because of the barracks. Let's see how the blink fragment works out for Dyrachyo.
Excellent pick this game. Just giving them everything they wanted and more. So now it's just time to close it out for BETBOOM.
Quinn.
Okay, good
very
coil.
Nice coil. GPK zips towards it, though. Dyrachyo's getting rooted. Roar is expended. It was actually, that was still the stolen one from Tofu onto Beastmaster himself. No one has died yet, though, as, Quinn all alone in the corner. Will phase shift as the rest of his team tries to catch up. Looks like he'll be able to blink out safely. The root will find Ace. Finally pops his BKB as Dyrachyo gonna reflect. Very back and forth fight here. Still nothing as Mana Void does basically nothing, speaking of it. As Quinn will barely get out with any HP. Might have to back away here, but he gets destroyed by save. That is very unfortunate. Ace, though, will be able to clean up the CM at the very least. Nightfall. Oh, he actually already waveformed it. Attribute shift on top. There's the Hex. And there's the death of Dyrachyo. And this is where BETBOOM will finally start to clean up. Double kill for Nightfall. As that is 4 heroes dead for GAIMIN, and into the Roche pit, BETBOOM goes. That was such an extended fight.
Tofu played his heart out in that. He did everything he could. He still had the stolen Roar, then he stole Freezing Field and forced the Morph onto him. Then he stole Frostbite. But still, not enough in the tank. And again, it's just the issue of, you see AM blinking in, he has to, or...
Power spike for BETBOOM. Only 1 tier 4 remaining as well, so they don't have to go for the top if they don't want to. But they find the Hex onto Dyrachyo with the Roar to follow. 70 seconds. Ace just melts as well.
Okay, that was the Centaur.
Yeah.
He died in 2 seconds during BKB.
Melee racks down, and this will be Megas. And BETBOOM can sit pretty. They have the cheese, unfortunately, not the banner this time, so the GAIMIN creeps will not come. Tier 4 tower is next for BETBOOM. There's the Waning Rift being used by Nightfall on top of Quinn, but the Yules to counteract it. Hoofstomp comes out from Ace. This is going to be his dieback. Just way too much damage. The Daedalus ripping through them. GG's are called, and BETBOOM takes the series 2-1.
Change from game to game was kind of strange to watch. Like, again, it's the draft obviously means a lot, but it's still